同学们好. Today I'm just going to go through the presentation standard because it is an optional standard, but I think it is a very good standard for you to try, and it's not really intimidating, so I really encourage you all participate in this standard. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to just go through this clarification from answer QA to help you to understand this standard. So far, I have received a script from Maddie. So she has submitted her script. And if you're planning to do this standard, please send me your script. You can share that with me through Google Docs. So then I can give you feedback. I'm going to give you feedback based on your writing at the moment. I use the same code, which is this one I'm going to show you. I'm using the same code, the same code for writing for this one to just help you to correct your grammar mistakes. And sometimes they're not mistakes, but I think it could be better if you make some changes. And I also write some feedback for you regarding this standard. So just some keywords here. Here. So the content, these standards involved expressing personal information, ideas, and opinions. So you might not just give your personal information, but maybe also give your opinions. Here is something I want to point out, which is very important. I might just highlight that. You must show that you are able to communicate beyond the immediate context. What does that mean? It means you need to include past and future events. Okay, so it's the same as your writing standard. So if you talk about your hobbies and if you just introduce yourself, maybe you might think, oh, how can I include past tense in my your presentation? You could include your past events by giving an example. Okay, so for example, if you say, in my free time, I like to watch movies, and then you can say last weekend we went to watch, I think recently there was this international film festival, so you can say I went to watch a Chinese film, something like that. Or if you want to say in my free time I go out and eat with my family, so you can give an example saying we had this amazing food in a Chinese restaurant or even in a French restaurant. Doesn't matter, it's just something. Give an example. Remember, maybe I'll explore a little bit more on the past in the future, but we remember 过, so 我做过 or 我去过, so have been or went, so that's past tense. Future tense, I think you're pretty good with this if you talk about your future plans, like 我想 I want, 我要 I need to, so that's your future. Okay, so we'll go more into this. Next is the best presentations are to be to the point. So you do not need to talk a lot, but you do need to have a point. Just be precise and close to the allocated time. So the allocated time is about 1 minute. So you do not give a 10-minute presentation because development does not equal length. You don't have to mention everything, but if you mention something, go deeper. Like if you say, I like to watch movies, I like to watch this kind of movies. Why? Because I like the effects of these movies and my feelings about these movies. And then you give an example, right? If you say, I like to watch dramas, and because dramas make me feel, you feel for the characters, and you like the twists in the stories, and you give an example. For example, I watched this drama last month or last week, and it made me think this why. Okay, so that's a good development. You don't have to touch every area, but develop your topic. Okay, so the purpose of the presentation is to deliver to an audience. So you could do this face-to-face or an online audience. So to make it easy, you can record a video, but I don't think audio should be allowed because you won't get that pass. You won't get the moderation because it is a presentation. We need to see your face, and we need to see that you are not, reading from somewhere. You won't get a pass if you just read from somewhere, and you need to have an audience so you can do that to an intended host family, like the writing you did before. So you may want to have a look at this. Is about language features. So language features just basically just your sentence structures, your past and your future tenses, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, patterns, delivery speed, um, audibility. Oh, it's my alarm. Stress patterns and tones. You have to be consistent. You see what I mean? If you talk like suddenly very fast and then suddenly very slow, then maybe it's not very consistent. And you need to be loud enough for people to hear, so there's audibility. If we can't hear, we can't mark your work. Okay? You might want to enunciate some words to make it very clear that we can hear. Also, see, a speaker who speaks very fast without pausing appropriately for few new sentences may have a presentation which receive excellence as a piece of writing, but which may receive a merit for this standard. Okay, it just have to sound very natural. All right. So the nature of the language features use. This is a presentation at level 1, so you might just use some simple rhetorical questions such as, don't you think? 你不觉得吗? Something like that, okay? So you can use cue cards, but only for the support. So just keywords, not the whole thing. If you do the whole thing, you won't get a pass. Okay. Even though you want to do your video, you still need a witness. So maybe me or maybe your classmates. I think possibly me. Okay, because I need to check your cue cards. All right. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay.